Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. And with me, as always, I brought my friends along. I got my friend Dave and my friend Izzy. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
What's going on, buddy?
Hello, hello.
Hello. So, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. We appreciate your time. We got a bunch of subscribers. Everybody's checking out some videos and everything else. I want to thank everybody for doing that. We do appreciate it. We see it, and we have a great time with it. If you can, send us some questions. We'd love to get more questions. Shooting It Straight, WDC@gmail.com. Send your questions in. This way we can play around with it. We can have some fun with you. You can have some fun with us in a platonic way. Let's keep it platonic. We're all married men here. Women, I know your heart's just broke. I'm sorry. It happens. It happens. Anyway, so this week, gentlemen, Easter is coming upon us.
Yes.
So, in my house, we have a tradition. Every year, we do the same thing. And I have to get a pen and pad and write down where I hide the eggs. Why we hide eggs for Easter? Because Jesus rose from the dead, and all of a sudden it's the rebirth of eggs, and an Easter bunny who doesn't lay eggs is hiding eggs somewhere. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Because it's a cluster, and then they're colored and polka dotted and striped and this zigzags. And it don't make any sense to me, but this is what we do. So we get some eggs. We get the plastic ones, though, this way we can reuse them over the years. Each one of my kids has a different color. I have 4 kids in my house. So, well, not in my house anymore, but the kids my older ones come back still. And we hide the eggs. And my wife and I hide the eggs, and we write down where it is. I don't remember where they are. I can't remember where they are. I have 4 kids. Each one of them gets like a dozen eggs. Who the fuck can remember that? So
What's
I write
in
down.
the egg?
In the egg, nothing.
Wow.
Except for one egg. One egg is the money egg. So we put money in the one egg, and that one is the hardest one to find. And we hide them throughout the house and everything else. It's not about the gifts. It's about Jesus' resurrection into heaven and giving us life after death.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. So, they find their eggs. And then after they find their eggs, what they do is the kids get together and then they hide them on me and my wife. And then me and my wife have to try and find the eggs. And we do this every year. And I tell you what, my kids, there's sons of bitches.
It's a twist.
They're sons of bitches, and not because I'm making fun of my wife, because they get on each other's shoulders to put things in spots that we can't reach. They're trying. I have windows that are high up. They're trying to toss the eggs onto the windowsills. This way, you assholes.
Nice.
You probably got eggs in spots that you never found.
Well, no, because they write it down now too. So we all have pads to keep it track. Otherwise, because otherwise, who would know? That's another reason why we use plastic and not hard boiled. That would stink.
So let me ask you this, how long does it take for the kids to find it? Like around how long does it take for them to get it?
An hour.
And then
An hour
it's
to
time for
2,
them to hide
an hour
it.
and a half.
So do you and your wife have to stay in your room and then?
Yeah, normally it depends. A lot of times we'll be in the house and they'll hide it in the house, so we'll go outside for a little bit because in Arizona around Easter time the weather's beautiful anyway, so we can just go outside and hang out for a few minutes and then come back in. Or they did it outside one year and we said never again. This is just too big of an area. This is just stupid. You can put it anywhere. I'm running around looking in all the bushes in my house, in my backyard. No. Done. And then my wife gets Easter baskets for all the kids. She used to do it for me too. I said, stop with the Easter baskets. I don't need an Easter basket. Every year it's flip-flops and a bathing suit. And I don't need all this new shit. I'm good. I got mine from last year. I don't have to be cool and wear the same size. I didn't grow. I'm the same size since what? You guys know me. I'm the same size since what? College?
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. I don't need a new bathing suit. I have a couple from last year, the year before, whatever. I'm good.
Nice.
What about you guys? Do you guys have any traditions?
I would say, just growing up as a kid, I'm the oldest of 3 boys. My mom would just have the baskets downstairs, almost like Christmas time, except without a tree. So there'd be a basket for me, baskets for my 2 brothers,
Yep.
a card and stuff like that. We growing up, never did an Easter egg hunt. We went to Easter egg hunts like to other people, either like a family get together or something that was happening at a township or something like that. But
Okay.
other than that, it was church and then come back and then
Right.
that was it. Now now my daughter, that was a little different. When I became a parent, I did the whole basket and then the whole giving. It's almost like a second Christmas, and just giving a nice gift or something like that. And I was always thinking to myself, I'm like, what? You know what? I didn't get this stuff.
Nope.
I just
Money
got
egg.
chocolates,
Money egg.
I didn't mind because I loved the chocolates that I used to get. My favorite thing was my mom, and my mom still gets me this to this day. She'll send me like a little package because that's who she is. She'll send me my Cadbury eggs, which are my favorite, and a coconut cream egg, and that's it.
Yeah.
47 years old and still getting an Easter egg.
Izzy loves a little package with some cream in it.
That's it.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh man.
What about you,
no,
Dave?
for me it was back when I was a kid. You would just get like, for me anyway, it would be the hollow fucking chocolate bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are the worst.
And the stupid peeps.
Wait a second. Is it worth? Oh, the peeps. I hate peeps. I hate peeps.
That consisted of my basket.
What's worse though? The hollow bunny that you try to bite into and the fucking thing just falls apart on you, or the solid one that you try and bite into and then you're like, and it almost breaks your teeth. Which one's better?
I would rather have the solid and break a teeth.
Man.
A tooth.
I don't know. I think they both sucked.
So,
yes.
Maybe they need to make like a wafered fucking design inside of it. This way it's kind of like crisscross, so it's almost hollow, but it's not quite hollow, so it's like the best of both worlds. If anybody's trademarking that right now, I just said it. What I'm making. I'm gonna make the wafer bunny.
Yeah. So fast forward to now, we just basically dye the eggs. I don't even know why they give you those little stupid crayons. They never fucking work when you dye them. You know what I mean? And then the color forms or the stickers that you put, they never stay on the fucking eggs. So again, I don't know why they're in the kit. Yeah. So and then we'll set out like a little bowl of water and a couple carrots for the Easter bunny.
And they got the dainty little fucking doodle too to dip the eggs in and everything else. Those things always
the wire thing?
The wire thing, yeah.
Those things always sucked.
That never holds the egg.
Yeah. And then one of the kids spills the fucking dye or whatever. Mother! Come on!
But, to Izzy's point, it is like, for me, my house, it's like the Christmas 2.0 because, it's a video game, it's a this, it's a new that, this, that. I'm like, it can't just be chocolate anymore. Easter has become a little too much.
Commercial. Now. It's commercial like everything else. It's all about what you can provide to give somebody. It's not about a spiritual thing. It's not about an emotional thing. It's all about presents, getting gifts and giving gifts. Get the fuck out of here.
And I'll throw the plastic eggs. I'll put a couple Snickers bar or the minis or something in there.
Minis, right? Yeah.
I'll like 24 eggs around the house and let her have fun with that. That's about it.
Okay. So Izzy, I see. Not to change topics real quick, but I see you have a little duturu under your name there. The fire starter. What is?
I do. So
what is that about? Because Dave got this one. Anyone find Waldo yet? Because they're still looking, I guess. Where's Waldo? I don't know. Everybody's still looking. Dave's always got a different topic, but Izzy, you've never had one yet. So, what's the deal?
Well, today I was off and I wanted to get my place ready for, the Easter coming up soon.
Right. Okay.
And I'm in my backyard and I was trimming a small tree, and I didn't want to
I thought he
bundle
was
it
going
up.
to say bush.
Yeah, bush. Trimming the
I thought
bush.
you were going to say bush.
Trim the bush.
He's trying to make his deck look bigger. Trim the bush around it.
So I chopped down this tree.
Okay.
And chopped it into small pieces, and instead of bundling it all up, I decided, you know what? I got a fire pit. Let me just burn it.
No.
And so everything is going well. I haven't used my fire pit in a while.
Right.
It's just sitting in the middle of my yard.
Okay.
And I never covered it up through the rain or anything like that, so it's dry. And I start putting the branches on, dead leaves.
How big are the branches? Like, paint me how are we talking like a 2 foot?
I mean, a couple of them were about like 4 to 5 feet.
Jesus Christ, that seems like
them up.
Okay. I don't know how big your fire pit is, but that seems pretty big.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got it. It's a nice size.
Are they literally hanging out of the fire pit?
Just a little bit. Just
Okay.
a little bit. No, I broke them enough.
Just enough.
Just enough. So anyway, put a bunch of lighter fluid on it.
No.
Start the fire. Everything's going good.
Now that's a fire. Rotelli around over there.
Yeah, I was
30
like,
degree burns. We just made some motherfucking Franks and burgers.
I felt like Tom Hanks. I'm like, I created fire. So it's about, I'm 6 foot. This is about 7 high.
No.
That's
like,
a bonfire. That ain't a
You
fucking
don't.
fire.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like, wow,
not a fire pit fire.
So now,
Holy shit.
so now it's big. But then I notice the fire drop about 3 feet, and I'm wondering why.
Okay.
That's unacceptable. Put more on.
Lighter fluid.
The bottom of the pan was so rusted, it collapsed.
Oh my god.
And then fire started happening on the bottom. So I had to kick
And where?
sand
Oh my god.
and all stuff. So I came very close to burning my house down.
Jesus Christ, you dumbass.
So I am the fire starter.
Okay. So note to self: anybody who does anything like this, 1, don't do it. 2, if you're gonna do it, make sure you have a fire extinguisher close by or something.
I did, but I didn't use it. I didn't want to use it. I just kicked
You
sand.
stomped. You literally stomped the yard.
I did. I was jumping up and down. I was doing a chant around it. Everything.
Wow.
Stupid ass.
I was.
I believe you.
Never again.
How close are your neighbors?
I mean, I got a nice sized yard, but I mean, close enough.
Where
They
be
didn't see the fire.
Yeah, like-
Then I was thinking, I was like, oh shit, this is too high.
Easy. Do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Whenever you're about to do something like this, videotape it.
Yeah.
I should have.
You should, because if it ever goes sideways, at least we have some kind of proof, and we can pull it up on the show and show people how
the clip.
stupid. Right?
Very well said.
Don't
Yes.
do this at home. So this will be our fire safety. Don't do that.
Yes.
But but as I was doing this, I was getting nervous. I was like, oh shit, my neighbors are gonna call the cops or something like that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah.
Because you're a dumbass.
I was. I did dumb shit.
Note to self: check your fire pits before you light them up.
Correct.
Check my pits.
Check your pits before engaging. So you had sand there then?
Yeah, I mean around the pit has sand and all that stuff.
Okay, that's good. Thank God.
So
If that was dry grass, you were fucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if that's like middle of the summer with no rain and whatnot. Yeah, whoosh.
Bye bye.
yep, and that's what I thought of. I was
Oh
like,
my
oh my
God.
god, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Like, you're
And
a
we
fucking
all concur.
idiot.
And everybody, please comment and tell Izzy how much of an idiot he is.
Thank you,
Please.
thank you.
Subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell for notifications, and tell Izzy how stupid he is.
You
And not in that order. You can do it any order you want. You
Man.
jackass.
Yes, it was not one of my fine moments. Okay,
I believe
at
it.
least,
I
at
believe it.
least I admit it.
That's good. That's important. That's the key.
I am not in denial. I did something stupid.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Actually, here's the best part about that. I was fucking drinking a bourbon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't try and pour it in to turn it, put the fire out.
No, I was having a little fun. I was spitting on it because I did.
No, you weren't.
I was.
You are so stupid.
Listen, it was all controlled.
It's a controlled
luckily controlled.
Luckily, yes.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
Wow.
All right.
Anyway, but hey, we have a question that could have helped him.
Okay.
A question from a fan.
Are you a dumbass?
You a dumbass.
Do you know Smokey the Bear? Only you can prevent forest fires.
If he had this on hand, he could have used it to toss it on it to extinguish the fire. But
what do we got?
All right, we got a question from Robin. I think you know Robin.
I know Robin. It's my sister-in-law, Robin. Hello.
She would like to know, what do you think about kitty litter in school bathrooms?
In school bathrooms, hell no. In Izzy's fire, yes.
Yes.
No. You jackass. Kitty litter in school. Okay. No. On a serious note, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I'm going to start this by saying this first and foremost. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to agree or disagree with mine. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to like mine. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they usually stink. So Deal with it. It is what it is, and we're entitled to have it. So, my opinion, if you have kitty litter in the school because your kid wants to be a fucking cat, keep it in the house, give it a bowl of fucking milk, and it doesn't belong in the school. Because a kid is either a kid or it's an animal. If it's an animal, animals don't belong in schools. I don't understand this whole thing where it gets to the point where if I wanted to, when I was 16 years old, could I identify as a 22-year-old and go, I identify as 22, I'll take a drink now. Or spin it even worse. Okay, guy says he's a girl says he's a guy. I don't understand it. I think you can be whatever you want behind closed doors. You can be who you want to be and everything else. But when it's in the civilization and group settings, there has to be some kind of form that we all understand. I get confused with a lot of the changes that everybody's going through and everything else. I don't know how, if you can't have inside organs one way, but you expect to be a different person on the outside and everybody else has to accept that. When I was growing up, again, not that it's right or wrong, but when I was growing up, you could be whoever you wanted to be in your own mind, but I saw you as a certain way. And if I didn't know that you wanted to be called something different or act a different way, how is that my fault? And why do I have to go along with what you are on? Like, it doesn't make sense to me how, okay, you want to be a dragon, you want to be a cat, you want to be a man, but you're in a woman's body, or vice versa. Or I don't, for my mind, and maybe it's ignorant, and if it is, I'm sorry, but I just have a hard time understanding that transition. I understand gay, straight, but okay, I get, but at what point does it get to the point where it goes, okay, how do we stop this? Okay, this kid's 12 years old, but he identifies as an 18-year-old and wants to join the military. Is he allowed to do that now? He can't even vote yet, but you're making him pick and choose? Oh, he's a cat, but he can't vote for a president yet, but he's a cat, so put kitty litter in the schools. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that seems absurd to me. There's a reason why you're not allowed to vote till you're 18. There's a reason why you're not allowed to drive or make any decisions till you're a certain age. Because you don't understand yet. You haven't developed. Your mind hasn't developed. It's a physical, like, scientific thing. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I don't understand it. And I don't think that my kids should be going to school with somebody who identifies as an animal. Animals don't belong in school. I'm a lion. I'm going to eat you and bite you. Well, we told him to stop doing it, but he's an animal. Well, put him in a fucking cage then. Just like all the other animals when you go to the zoo, they're in cages or you don't hang out and play with them. That's my opinion. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. You asked, I'm shooting it straight. That's honestly how I feel about it. I don't understand it. And if you can explain it to me to the point where I understand it, maybe it'd be different. But I don't right now. I just don't get it.
I think a lot of it, there's a lot of pressure out there on the kids now with social media.
Right.
And I think that plays into it to a degree.
Plays 100%, man.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody, you know, back in our day, if that stuff happened, I didn't judge anybody for it. They are who they are, whatever.
You can pretend to be anybody you want to be, but that didn't mean we played with you or hung out with you.
Right. But everybody had their cliques, though.
Right.
Regardless of what you were, you had somebody to hang out with.
Right.
You know, now I think some people might get, if they feel a certain way, they might be pushed, like feel like they're being pushed back in a corner, and that's what social media comes in, where they can get their whatever identity out through that.
Right. And they're backed.
And then they're backed by other people who feel the same way, and then it's, you know, this all inclusive thing, which I'm all for, whatever. But I mean, I don't know about putting kitty litter in a bathroom.
I mean, listen, again, you want to be straight, you want to be gay, you want to be bi. I get it. I don't understand this whole pronouns and your them or they. Like, it, all of it confuses me. Them and they. How are you two? And again, I'm sorry if I'm offending people, but I just don't understand it.
Right.
You're either a guy or girl. You're either attracted to a guy or a girl, or both. But to say that you're attracted to this person who thinks they're a cat, so then are you into animals?
Yeah.
And then, since when is that okay?
Yeah, there's a guy, I don't know if you saw him on TikTok when you scroll through, he has basically changed his whole entire looks. Where I don't know if he's going for like a dragon or for like a lizard or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I see it. All tattooed out and split tongue and everything else.
The split tongue, no ears, the whole nine.
Right.
So it's like that. This is the lens that some people are going through. You know,
and listen, if you want to do it, by all means. But that doesn't mean you could be a great person. I don't know you. I don't know that guy. He could be a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was doing a job and going into somebody's house representing my company, I'd have a hard time. Oh, this is our coworker, the dragon.
Right.
Right.
How do you... What the... No! I just don't understand. So, you're entitled to do it. God bless you. I could care less. But don't say that I have to understand where you're coming from and I have to agree with you. No, I don't have to agree with it.
Right.
I have to understand where you're coming from. You have your opinion.
Respect it.
I respect it.
Right.
You have yours. I have
and
mine.
That's the way that I feel.
Yeah.
I respect it, but coming from, you know, and you can take this from a religious point of view or a scientific point of view, you know, that God created man and woman, okay? Mm-hmm. Science is either female or male. I mean,
some species are both. Some, for the record, some species are both.
But I'm saying
asexuals or whatever.
But I mean, like, to identify, if you're a human being, you were born a human being. You're either born a man or a woman, okay? But you're not born an animal. Like you're like not a wild animal. You're not born in captivity or you know like.
Right. Well, like, even some I've heard. I've heard some stories though that where even the doctor, when the baby's born, you can't say it's a boy or a girl because the baby hasn't picked its gender yet.
Yeah, that's what there was.
What the fuck? No, it either has a penis or a vagina or both. Some babies are born with both, and that's okay too. But that's exactly what that means.
That was out in California. They're called babies instead of babies. They were called babies.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the parents of those kids are letting the child, when they get to about 4 or 5, decide what gender they are.
Again, would you let the kid choose anything else in their lives? Would you let them choose a president? Would you let them choose their boss? Would you let them choose a profession? Would you let them choose anything in their lives forever. No. Then why are you letting them choose their sexuality so young? They don't even understand it yet. And you want them to play with G.I. Joes and Barbies and this and that and what, neutral, one side, the other side. I don't care. That's great. I'm not sexist. I could care less. I have no phobias for gays or lesbians. I love and hate everybody equally. If you piss me off, I hate you for the moment. Yeah. Otherwise, I love you. It's very simple. Yes. But don't tell me that at that age they can make that decision without you pressuring them into making a decision like that. That's all you.
It makes me wonder what these parents are doing. Like, for those parents who are like, "Oh, you want to be a kid? You want to be a kitten, okay, or a cat?
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna like what do they do at home? Like, that's,
how are they showering? Are they?
Yeah. Are they doing everything that a cat does?
I don't know, and it doesn't make any sense.
It baffles the hell out of me.
And I got to be honest, if I was in school and there was some kid meowing or purring in the back, acting like a fucking cat, that would distract the fuck out of me. Mm-hmm. How would I be able to learn? Shut the fuck up!
Like I've been like, what's 2 + 2? Meow.
Right? Yeah. Meow. What the fuck is that? I don't understand it. All I think it does is distract the rest of the class, bring attention to that one person, which that person needs more attention than others, which, fine, you need more attention. I hope you get the attention. Why do you have to be a cat to get the attention you want?
And distract from everybody else.
Why do you have to take away from everything so that you can have what you want? That's not fair to everybody else. In my opinion. That's my opinion. You ask, I shoot it straight. I tell you the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes, and I'm sorry.
It's a thing where it's kind of like, I'm not surprised, but like when I saw the question, I was like, really? And I did the research on it, and I saw that, I don't know, it was debunked in Michigan or something.
Right, they said that they didn't do it or whatever. But the
fact
that
there was a thought to actually do it.
And who's paying for it?
Right.
It's got to go to court. The superintendents have to be involved. The school system, the law enforcement, the judges. Like, there's so many people now that are focusing on this thing. It seems absurd to me. Mm-hmm. It should.
Right.
It should,
and then who
it
cleans it up?
Right.
I mean, think about that. Who's going to clean that up?
Right. The janitor goes in and cleans it up.
The janitor has to clean that up.
Mm-hmm. Have the plumber come in. I'm here to snake the toilet. Oh, clean the kitty box?
Yeah.
What? I gotta clean the litter box? I mean, I've worked in barns and where they clean up after the horses and stuff. That doesn't belong in a school.
Yeah.
We're not in school as animals. We're in school as students and humans who are learning. If you want to be a cat, be a cat. Homeschool. Mm-hmm. You can teach your kitty. You can teach your kitty to follow the laser later. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Seriously.
It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But, and again, you're entitled to your opinions, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's not my house. I don't care. But once you go to the school and distract my kids by it and waste my tax dollars going to court with it and everything, then it's stupid. And it's like, how far are we going to go before it gets to the point where, like I said, at a young age, you can go into the army or you could do that. There has to be a line that we go, okay, this is common sense. And what you're asking is not. Right. That's just absurd, and it's ridiculous, and you're entitled to your rights, but there's no place for animals in a school. Simple.
And my brain goes to, is this, because I didn't do enough research, but is this just a United States thing, or is this across the globe? Like, are there kids in China who think they're cats? Are there kids in Russia that think they're cats?
No. You know what they're doing? They're getting educations and kicking our ass with technology and everything else.
Right.
That's what they're doing. Because they're not focusing on all this other bullshit. They're focused on school. They're focused on math. They're focused on reading. They're focused on all the elements of education that are important in life to move beyond, to have a career, to have a job, to not fit in, but kind of fit into society, because society is a fucking imaginary thing.
Survive, man.
They survive in the real world. Because as much as I want to say that it's okay for these kids to go through this, what is it teaching them?
Yeah.
that anything they think of, everybody else has to adjust for them? Who the fuck are they? When I was a kid growing up, just because I had an opinion or a thought doesn't mean that the world had to, now you must believe me. It's not like I'm a Jedi and I have a mind trick. Jedi mind trick. No, it doesn't happen that way. You just do what you gotta do, and you survive, and you get through it. And if you want to be a fucking cat, be a cat at home.
Right.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, we all had different beliefs growing up or when we were kids and stuff like that, but we, I don't know about you guys, but me, I never pushed my beliefs or whatever I thought was this or that on everybody else to, hey, agree with me, No, I kept my shit to myself and I did my thing.
When I was a little kid, I used to run in my front yard and jump as hard as I could, thinking I could fly like Superman one of these days. I really hoped that it would happen. Guess what? It never happened. But I didn't make anybody else call me fucking Superman.
Right. Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, guys.
That's all I got to say about that. Fuck that.
Yep.
Ridiculous. That's my take. Comment, yell at me, scream at me, do whatever you gotta do. Enjoy. That's what I'm here for. And you can write your questions. What if your son, your daughter, this, that, the other? Ask me anything you want. I'll answer. What else have we got in questions?
All right. We got one more from Serenia.
Una más, Serenia.
Basically, she says, I've recently been accused of stealing someone's husband.
Ooh.
My thoughts are, you can't steal anyone.
Saucy.
What are your thoughts? Can you steal somebody?
Yes, but that's called Taken, and that's a movie, and it's kidnapping, and that's that's offense. You cannot kidnap people, so you can't steal anybody that way.
I possess a certain set of skills.
Right. I can't do his voice, otherwise I try.
I was thinking about the line.
I will find you, and I will kill you, or something, I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
Can you steal somebody? No, I don't believe you can steal anybody. Here's what it is. Either they're in a relationship and they're not going to go anywhere, or they're not. But even if you're enticing them, like with me and my wife, I love my wife to death. There is nobody who's going to steal me. I don't care what they're doing in front of me. Naked, not naked, this, that, the other. I'm not going there. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go there. Why? Because I am content and happy with what I'm with. I chose my wife. I want to be with my wife. I love my wife. I love my family. I'm not going elsewhere. If I was, and I went somewhere, did that person steal me? Or was I looking to get out anyway, and this was just an easy route, like an off-ramp on a highway, that I'm like, I'm on this road, but it's not going to the destination I want. I'm going to get off one of these exits. Oh, look, naked chick. Like, that's not stealing. It takes, every relationship has a give and a take. Always. There's always compromise. There's always a give and a take. Sometimes you push on one side more than the other, and vice versa. But a good relationship usually has a 50-50-ish relationship. Somebody might have 48, somebody might have...
Every relationship's different.
Right. But there's always that give and take and compromise. And no matter what anybody offers somebody, the only reason why they would go for it is if they weren't content with what they had. Mm-hmm. So is it really stealing? No, it's not stealing at all. It's the relationship wasn't providing what the relationship needed, and the two people in the relationship didn't communicate well enough to communicate that there was a lack of something missing in the relationship, and somebody else provided what was missing in that relationship. So it's not that they stole them. They offered something that they were missing that is a key component in that relationship.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's the two people in the marriage that have to go, hey, listen, I want to tell you something. Our relationship isn't going the way it's supposed to be going, and I'm going this direction. Like, and unless something changes, I'm going this direction, and there's nothing you can do about it. So either there's a change or there's not a change, but something's got to happen here. Either it's going to change or I'm going to change it. But that's not stealing. That's a relationship going down, and not in a good way, otherwise the guy wouldn't go. But it's just the relationship going down, and the the people in the relationship not communicating, or if they can't get along and something changed or whatever and they're not getting along, then they just found an alternate route.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
I've had similar conversations like this with a coworker, where we kind of were saying, if you're not handling your business at home, you know what I mean? Then if you're handling your business, you're not going to look elsewhere. If you're handling your business at home, that opens the door to look elsewhere. Right. So, you may not be looking to cheat or whatever, and I don't condone that stuff at all. But I'm just saying, somebody comes through that's, like you just said, if they're giving you the attention that you're lacking from your significant other, that's going to draw you to that person and cause you to do something you probably shouldn't be doing.
Correct.
So
correct.
I wouldn't say it's stealing. I would say more it's manipulating someone to get them to do something else. I agree with you guys though. It's all about the communication with the other person.
I mean, that's what it all comes down to, 100%, because every relationship is different, and it's not just sex. Men just don't cheat for sex, but most men do.
Most men do.
There's also the emotional aspect of it where, some guys work their asses off and they don't get the appreciation. It's sometimes where the woman doesn't feel the love or the respect because she does all the work in the house or this, that, the other, and she doesn't. And, me and my wife, we try and work together on all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And we say thank you, and we appreciate it. And, hey, could you give me a hand doing this or whatever? We'll make dinner together and we try and work together with all of it so that our relationship never feels that it's lacking. And if it is, we actually go to each other and say, hey, listen, I want to talk to you about something. It's serious and it's going to be a hard conversation, but I want to talk to you about it. I feel that we're lacking in this. Right. And I'll talk about whatever it is. Or she'll bring it to me and talk about it. And she's come to me at times and said that I'm working too much and she knows that I'm trying to do it for the family or this, that, the other. But that's not what she needs right now. Yeah. She needs me to be around a little bit more, or whatever the case is. And okay, I hear you, and I want this to work, so I'll work with you. I will try and work my schedule better, so I schedule more time with you. I'll put it on the calendar to make sure that there's time allotted for you to do this, so that our relationship can get that flow back. And that's what it is. That's what every relationship is. So you got to get there. Otherwise, sooner or later, there's going to be an exit ramp.
Yeah.
It just happens.
I mean, you could also go with the, there could be a fatal attraction kind of deal where you got either a woman or a man going hard in on that.
Right.
But again, that's still, you don't know. You may cave just because you don't want any drama with that, or you might, say, hey, listen, I got this nut job trying to, get trying to start some shit. So, there are those cases where you have some lunatics that want to just totally break up a marriage, but those are here and far between. That's usually when men or women go the other way, it's because again, you're not
missing
your
something
at home. You're missing something that's not happening. So
a lot of times it's like that, and it's not a fatal attraction. So there's no bunnies in the pots, but there is bunnies for Easter.
Hey,
and with that, we'll bring it full circle. And then I want to thank everybody for hanging out. You can't steal anybody.
Nope.
Happy Easter, everybody. Hopefully it all works out. Izzy, don't start any fires, please.
Guys,
and if you do, use cat litter.
Yeah.
Don't start any fires. Don't
start any fires. That's good. Only you can prevent
the eggs around the fire
bonfires. What's that?
No eggs around the fire pit.
No eggs around the fire pit either. No, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend, a great week. Have a happy Easter. I hope everybody has a great time. Remember, send us your questions. Write in the comments. shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Let us know what you think, how you feel about the show, and then hopefully we'll see you soon. Everybody enjoy. Have a great time.
Peace, everybody.
Guys.
Yeah.